37 or something like that.
Okay.
And so the one plane was lost in the Grijon, Graubündner Alps.
On the glacier?
Yeah, on the glacier. Well, they didn't know, so it just didn't arrive where it should arrive. And it was apparently looked after by, you know, some guides who went on foot on diverse mountains, but nobody found the plane. And then Pista and his flying colleague Victor Hug, another major of the Swiss army, they were both majors at that time, and they were also flying teachers. So they said, well, we gotta get them from the air, and so they went up as it is the first recorded rescue operation by air in the mountains. They went up with the tiny little airplanes called Fieseler Storch, so one propeller machines.
Like a Piper Cup.
Yeah. And
wow.
They were 1 or 2 days, they were looking for the plane, and finally they found the plane sitting on the glacier, and they were landing on that glacier, and they were realizing that the people were still alive, and so they rescued a few of them, and the others were then, as now people knew where the plane touched down, were rescued by more classical mechanisms. And this is very well known, and it went all over the press, all over the world, I mean.
Were there any fatalities?
Pardon me?
Were there any fatalities? Did anyone die?
I don't think
No, I'm not sure. Most of the people at least survived.
Wait, we're not done yet.
Yeah, what,
Okay, you.
what did
happened now?
Who was that again?
I don't know.
What did he do?
Pista.
He was
Yeah.
Martin's uncle.
My father's brother, yeah.
And
Was he the rescuing plane or the plane being
He was
rescued?
the rescuer.
The
He
rescuing
was the
plane,
rescuing guy, yeah.
so he was a major. Now in the Swiss army, colonel is the highest rank. That's because there's egalitarianism and nobody's supposed to be anybody's general. So the colonel is the highest. There's a field marshal, you know, but otherwise usually. So major is a pretty high rank, and he was buried in the same grave as my great grandmother, Brunner, in a cemetery right outside of Interlaken. We go a little bit south of Interlaken. There's a little cemetery, Gesteigweiler, and he's buried there with my great-grandmother. And my mother took me there to see the grave, and that's where they're buried. And the reason great-grandmother was buried there, you know, was because the husband was engineering all everywhere, and they were building the Schienige Platte, and the Schienige Platte, the rail up the mountain starts right there, and this is where she and he were buried.
Thank you.
Because
So we know this Charlotte.
Oh, wait a minute! We didn't say that he had a fatal accident later.
Yes, he was.
You know,
He was poisoned probably by an failure in the exhaustive system of a training plane. So both he and his student were fell asleep and crashed.
How old?
He was early 40s, I guess.
That's a shame. No kids?
my mother cried.
I
She loved
can't
him.
forget.
You know, I always mark. This is the same piece that she always talked about.
No,
Right?
no.
Is that is
The uncle.
Well, the two pistas,
Yeah.
the uncle pista and cousin pista.
She was.
So, anyway, this is Charlotte, Katharina's mother, in her little chalet in Solio, where she's still living by herself. This is not very interesting. Sorry, I have no. This is for those who are interested, or calendar era, mind.
The calendar?
Yeah, the calendar is not able to synchronize with. That's not your problem. The problem is that I usually get to destroy the presentation mode, which is annoying for you.
reassuring to know that he has to think.
What is it?
How prolific was Honeyby? And did she? And how many years did she paint?
She painted, I think, 1,200 pieces or so.
Oh,
Wow.
They said they're loaded.
She's
they're
really-
overloaded with
Wow.
art.
The top of a hat just paints on
Loaded
it.
with art. Overloaded with art?
What,
Yeah.
Arena, Susie.
Why doesn't it work?
Are there
Sorry.
any pieces in the museum?
That's all right.
So, well, she said that some of them are on the market, but she doesn't know, somebody's buying a lot of them, and that they plan on having a gallery, like a full-blown, gallery show.
The family.
That's, no,
No,
not the
somebody
family,
else.
somebody who's, it's a secret buyer. And
So this
they
is
don't
where
know
I
what they're
work.
going for yet, so, but they said they were just loaded with art.
Department building. Yeah.
No.
Wow, look at
This
the
is
rock.
a view from my mother's place over the
Wow.
lake
Yes.
What's a mountain?
called Mittagskogel. It's this is the what you can see here is the border to Slovenia.
Oh,
Oh.
And this is Fakkersee?
Yeah. And I have to skip all those who are, of course, totally uninteresting for you. There were a few more that are of
So that's
interest.
the midday mountain.
That's right.
Hmm.
I think you may remember. No, that's not us. Sorry, I thought it was in Switzerland. It's a completely different situation. It's not so easy to detect interesting pictures at that speed. But this is a Katharina, Hanna, and Konstantin at home at our place at Feld am See. It's an even smaller lake in Carinthia.
Teeny. Oh, pretty.
It's a typical summer situation. No, the real typical situation is me mowing the lawn.
Yeah, yeah. That's universal.
Yeah.
After work. Okay, so that's that. Let's get back to some. Oh yes, this is also interesting.
Ooh.
This is our living room before it was built. So it's the roof of our old house, and became then a living room. My brother, so the roof was very flat. It's now better. We know this person here, Wendy, visiting us in Vienna, and this is Sebastian Hitz, my nephew.
And he couldn't come. And he was
No, I don't know what happened. I mean, he's so keen on paragliding that he doesn't want to move away from home without
He said I'll
a
come, but you
screen.
need to find some paragliding spots. I
Oh,
said,
really?
There aren't any. I
I see.
did a lot of investigation.
I think that was the wrong answer.
Well,
I bet there's some on the Blue
They're
Ridge.
just-
I can't imagine there are any around here.
you
And
would
here
think
is
that King Hawk
Wendy
or
in
somebody
our
would
Maybe I
yeah
was.
go all out
the
west.
fly fishing river in Slovenia.
Oh, nice.
And this is the cottage of my parents-in-law with Wendy and Steve. And this is myself at the river.
No.
Picture taken by Wendy. So.
Is that fishing gear?
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
an avid fly
Here you are
fisherman?
again in my living room.
Are you an avid fly fisherman?
Yes.
You are? Well, maybe
Living
if-
room, living room.
Martin, if you visit me, maybe I should get you out fishing.
Great.
Do you fly fish?
I don't, but
So,
my partner's is insane.
You see the house under
Insane
construction
too.
here.
Now, didn't you tell me that this house had been in your wife's family for hundreds of years?
Yeah, it was bought in 1875, I guess. Yeah.
This is the house there?
Yeah.
This is, and you see it's going to be
Oh.
Is it
improved,
finished yet?
so to say. But we will find a few pictures where it's.
Is it done now?
Yeah, this was,
Yeah, they were doing that. When did you start that?
I don't know, 2002 or something.
Yeah,
Sounds like
Okay.
our house.
So.
because we were
No,
there.
but it
We
was-
were
it
there in
was-
2000, and you're going to start on.
Yeah, all right. That was up to you. Oh, now I'm in Damascus. This is not very. Oops. Sorry. Ah, yeah. So now this is. No, this is Vienna. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Wrong.
Vienna. I remember that.
The wrong one. Again, my attempt to make Konstantin more.
Oh.
He was not very keen on it, but on Wednesday before we left, I had to go to the office, and Katharina said we have to mow the lawn, so he did it.
There you go.
Diverse flies.
Oh, I guess we're really.
So this is pretty much one of the first pictures of the living room, and of the cleaning lady entering.
Oh my goodness.
It's quite empty still.
So
this is the office space on top, and this is the living room.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kitchen, the
So
other
it made a
room.
big difference then in that room. Huh?
Yeah. No.
Ready since when?
As I said, I forgot. I think 2002 the kids came from Vienna, so it's probably 2002 that photo.
So is it
Katharina
just,
from above.
do you have all the floors below it?
We have
Okay.
This is 4 floors. So what else can I show you? This is not you. Sorry. I should have prepared that. But we know these persons here. Chris and
Oh, my God! Everybody's come to visit you.
Yes, that's why I do it. It's a commercial.
Ah,
Yeah.
They're ready to come.
They were here
Oh my
for
goodness.
3 hours
Oh,
because they had they were after their wedding in Lugano. You may know
Oh, yeah, I
that
saw
it's
they got married in
southern
Lugano.
Switzerland.
Yes.
They had their plane leaving from Zurich, and on the way from Lugano to Zurich, they went by my house, which means
honeymooned
7 or
together.
8 hours train ride each way.
Wow.
So they came to my place after 8 hours train ride. They had, this little wine and schnapps, and then we went out for a dinner. And 3 hours later, they went to the train again and got back to Zurich. So that was
Oh, wow.
really
Okay, I have a
a
question.
masterpiece.
wait!
so
I have
to
a
say.
question though about the wine bottles. Why are the necks so long?
Yeah.
Why are?
The necks of the
Is that
bottles.
Yeah,
are so-
that's just a fancy design. So
Oh.
nothing special.
It's Bill.
So from above, but I wish the light here.
What's that?
This is a little church
Yeah, it looks like a church.
around where we live.
Did you go there? Do you stop in there? No.
Well, this is famous because it is called Sieben Brunnen, so the 7 fountains, because here you have several springs of water,
Yeah.
and they are supposed to be very good for your eyes. So if
Oh.
you have any problem with the eye, you would go there and put the eyes into the water into the eyes. I don't know which way, and you get, of course,
Cured.
cured.
That's
So
the
this is the
religion.
terrace, black and white. Still now it's totally covered with Faichi. How do you call it in English?
Thatch.
Huh?
No.
Stucco.
Oh, anyway,
Stucco.
plants. Yeah.
Plants.
So this was very
Vines.
early. Katharina, no, this is Hannah and Konstantin, the little guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one more. No, this is not
They do
Wendy.
grow
Sorry,
up.
this is my mother-in-law. But this is the Slovenian area. So
Oh my
this is
gosh.
about half an hour from our place, but it's
Wow.
Slovenia. And
Yeah.
it's very kind. So this is Katharina's birthday. We don't have to show this. What else can we show? No, this could be something.
Uh-huh.
We are now in Solio.
Oh, Phillips.
Bill,
Bill.
looking
Yes.
at visiting Katharina Funsalis and her mother.
That's a nice picture.
Katharina and
Ah,
Chris.
there she is. Okay.
Now remember her. Yeah.
So this was in spring. You see, there is a little bit snow still,
Yeah.
and this is the little house that is the retreat of Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
And it has one room, a kind of living room in the first floor. Then it has a stairway outside of the house,
Oh,
which leads to the second floor, which offers the sleeping bedroom, and they build a little bathroom, contemporary bathroom, on top of these stairs. You don't see the stair there on the other side. And when she wants to go from the bedroom to the living room in winter time, she needs to shovel in order to.
Oh man!
So the base, the most part of the stairs is covered. But there's, if there's wind and so forth, then the stairs are
Sure,
covered by snow.
sure.
And so she has to shovel when she goes to bed, or vice versa.
Why would they have built it that way?
yeah.
It was different before, but I think
No
they
kidding.
they probably removed some kind of old staircase inside in order to gain space. That's my hypothesis.
Yeah.
Now, yes, this is the first floor,
Jeez.
and okay, this is just the
Oh,
view.
wow.
The pictures are not very good because they are out of a video that I took, so
okay.
it's not
Oh,
a
it's that
photo.
funny
It's a
background,
video.
too.
Oh,
Charlotte and
She
Katharina.
looks incredible.
yeah.
The other Katharina, my Katharina again. Don't have to
Bill.
introduce him, and that's again her house.
Okay.
Here
Yeah.
from outside. This is Solia. Okay, this is myself in Carnival.
Huh?
Oh.
What is that?
Flashing?
Fasching, yeah.
Oh, flushing, yeah.
He has red hair.
Fasching.
Ah, yes.
Although,
Like a Raggedy Andy.
and then you may know these guys, people here.
Oh, is this the silver?
Schmelzboden,
Yeah.
Wolfensberger
Yeah.
studying and preparing the talk of today.
Aha.
5 years ago. Okay, you know those pictures, but
Not so fast, we look younger.
yeah, actually, they are not so bad.
No, I don't want to see him though.
Whom could we
Did they
use for a comparison?
Where's Sprecher?
I don't think we look any.
Sprecher.
That's him. That's him.
That's him.
He's standing up.
That's him.
That's
yeah.
him.
Oh, who's that?
Okay,
Who's that?
so that's Wolf. That's myself. But it's not the same hat. It's a different one.
Mother, I know.
I had the orange pants
That's
on.
von Sprecher.
And I had the orange pants on in Martin. So my father, when they went for the hike, my father said, "You can't go. You can't keep up with the Swiss. They'll kill you." They think nothing. You won't be able to take it. And so I went and I kept up okay. But I was the only American who went up into the mine up there. It was a great hike.
Well, how did you
So
feel?
that's all.
This is great. No problem.
Well,
And if there was, I would have sucked it up after that.
Just a word about that. The Swiss have developed a culture of walking in the mountains at a very, very fast clip. And I think they developed that through their army.
Because they're running away.
No, they trained the
No.
army to be
That's the
extremely
French.
mobile in the mountains and to outrun, the enemy. And so when you run into these army units in the mountains, and they're walking at an incredibly fast pace. And once I run into a group like that, and I said to myself, I'm going to see if I can keep up with them, and I let them go by, and then a
You
few
sent us a
hundred
picture
meters
of that.
later, I tried to see if I could keep up a little bit
Maybe.
in those days.
But not very well.
But this is how they, and then the women picked it up too, and that group did what I told them would do.
walked fast.
They went up that mine at a very, very fast pace, and Katharina, was just running up there, and it just, I couldn't do it, but
Katerina was unbelievable.
Which one?
that was a typical
Gonzales.
typical Swiss army
That's also-
pace. They were going into the mine.
Yeah.
So here is the Dobrac, which is the house mountain of my hometown. So you would go there. It takes you, I don't know, 20 minutes from my apartment to that particular spot. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
where it used to be a skiing mountain, but then for environmental reasons they removed all the lifts. So it's only you can only walk anymore, but there are even more people now than before.
I'll be darned.
And the Hitzens built the first paved road onto this mountain. So it's a 25 kilometers mountain road, and it was built by the Hitzens. This is just the view again towards Slovenia, and from that. So here's the town, or here's the.
And that area had to be difficultly defended against the Slovenians after World War I. The Slovenians wanted to occupy it.
This little church is on 2,100 meters. I cannot transfer that to feet, but it is also from 1730 something. So it's and it was a Slovenian church. So what the next one that appeared was 10 years later, a German one, 50 meters beside. So they couldn't stand
Oh,
the Slovenian church.
yeah, the competition, huh?
That was rude.
Wow.
And now it's not only a church, but also this radio service broadcast station, which is not very nice.
Like a
but
satellite.
Right,
useful.
right.
So, okay. There's several new Hitzes.
Can we see them?
No, it's too complicated to explain. This is also very funny. Well, it's not very funny. In
There's
fact,
the border.
But it just says Republik Slovenian.
Yeah.
But the thing is that 2 meters apart, you don't see it here, is the same sign for Italy. So it's exactly
What
the
does it
point
say?
where the three countries, Austria, Italy, and Slovenia, join together.
Oh, wow.
And it's also a skiing mountain. Here we go.
I've got about a minute left, if that.
Yeah, and so you have to pause in between while I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
We have Wendy in
Okay,
her office at that time, at Friends, with Steve.
This is you
Where's
visiting her?
this?
Yes, this is
Oh,
the
the
other way
paraglider.
around. Yeah.
Where's this?
What is that?
This is Santa Cruz
Oh.
and the Big Sur here.
Oh.
I
Well,
love
so is
Big
that
Sur.
hang gliding? I mean, yeah, hang gliding.
Is that Sebastian?
Yeah, not us. No, there was just arbitrary people hang gliding.
Oh.
Just like sitting there.
See, that's what he wants. He wants the.
But here we are.
This is Le Pensi's restaurant.
I don't know what it's called, but you may be right.
It's a restaurant?
It's a restaurant, or maybe it's private. I don't know.
It's been built
It's,
on
If,
Brian.
another
That's
member
Brian.
of the family.
It's in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, that's Portland. Brian.
That's my
His-
son-in-law,
Oh my God,
His,
it's just my brother.
my youngest
I
daughter.
was not allowed to smoke inside, so that's why I'm
Oh.
here. That's the house.
Whose house?
Jenny's.
Jennifer's,
Jennifer.
my youngest.
Youngest,
Jennifer
Ursula's
Brand.
She
youngest.
came,
That's the
divorced.
entrance.
In Portland.
Portland,
Sure.
Oregon.
Yeah.
And here we have B&P Hitz Fruit Farm.
Yes.
Ah,
Is that just coincidental? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have, we have no idea who they are, but we're just taking a photograph here.
In Pennsylvania?
We were going
No,
to
Oregon.
Oregon.
We were
Oregon.
going to
Oh, where Jennifer, my youngest,
Oktoberfest thing or something.
my Jennifer lives.
To Angel Fall, Angel, what's the name of that city?
And this is nice.
Look at that
Wood.
moth.
The Rainforest.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's really
It's
great.
Angel Falls, Silver Falls, that's it, Silver Falls. And they
Okay,
have all
sorry.
those lava tubes.
This is the conference. I have to